uncensored, you know.
Quick pause. We're recording.
Nothing bad about it.
Would I be the no filter uncensored, or would that be you? And then my actions would be the kind of crazy.
What makes me? I don't know. Am I no filter uncensored? I guess it depends on the level of where I fuck with you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I've been knowing you for 10, 20 years, oh yeah, the L's is light and it's real ghetto. Other than that, nah. I keep it cute.
Now what about me?
Brittany don't care what she said. I really.
You think so?
No, man. I feel like
You don't care what I say?
Brittany don't care.
Correct.
She be politically correct, but
it's gonna
she still don't give a fuck what she say. I care. I care what I say.
I care.
That's the difference.
I care. I want it to come out good.
I can't let you put her under the bus like that.
It's normal.
I'm just saying.
You said
what I do? The Brit I know.
Let the Brit you know?
The Brit I know.
I keep it together, right? She's trying to put me.
She's giving the eyes like this is not true.
I could give a little. It's the comfortability level, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe not. You never know.
Comfortability. I think that's got a lot to do with it.
I think so too. My friends will probably see the close circle. Y'all would say that because y'all be like, okay, Brittany is on one, but nobody else would say that. Miss Hill, Queen, to be.
What the fuck is that emoji?
I don't know. I can't even say that.
You said you out of your fucking mind. Tell me my side of the story. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm definitely with you. Boom, everything's fine.
Don't say shit.
Ain't really gonna be much to talk about after that. Long story short, nah, it ain't gonna be no niggas involved. Nah, man, don't tell me no shit like that, Kai. Are you serious?
For real.
It seems like she always do it with all respect. And again, I'm gonna welcome y'all back to the greatest podcast in the world. My name is Suge. Sitting to my right, who is that? They like to call him the voice of reason.
No, you like to call me that shit.
Yeah, OG. But welcome back. We got a real special episode today. We got two very special people. It's actually probably, the second time that y'all seen us sit down with them, but it won't be the last. I want to let them introduce themselves. So, y'all go ahead and talk to them.
Nightmare Radio.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nightmare Radio.
Nightmare with all due respect.
With all due respect.
With all due respect.
Yes.
Nightmare.
Girl, Ish needs it.
And I'm Brittany Kristen, and together we are Nightmare Radio.
We believe if your dreams don't scare you, then they are not big enough.
Period. So don't sleep. We tell the dreamer's journey and everything in between. And some wins and L's for the culture, great independent music, a little inspiration, everything that you need on your journey. You can come and find it at Nightmare Radio.
I like it. Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. We're pretty familiar with Nightmare Radio, and we really focus y'all platform a lot. Like I said, y'all got something strong going. Like I said, we ain't known y'all very long, but like I said, I'm happy to meet you guys. So I want to kind of talk to y'all a little bit today. You know, y'all are on ours, so it's a little bit different this time. You know, the last time we came to y'all's platform, it was great. It was lovely. We're gonna do things a little bit
You
different.
want to get on some other shit.
That's me. I'm like, damn, bro, it's hot. I mean, we get evicted. Can I get us? But well, before we get into any of all that,
like, let us know, like, how did Nightmare Radio become a thing? Like,
We've been grinding for a while. Ish and I've been, before we got in front of the microphone, we were trapping it out on every red carpet in Atlanta, from the east side to the west, literally. And so one day, before Nightmare Radio, before we started doing red carpets, I had another podcast, Happy Hour Podcast. Shout out to Allison and Steve and King from the jump. And my pilot episode, I was looking for people to talk to. And Ish is my cousin's best friend. I mean, no, wait, I put it back. Ish is my best friend's cousin.
Right.
So, and we went to high school together.
okay.
So I have been seeing Ish, on her grind, doing nightmare projects, being an adult mom. At the time, I was a new mom. She's like the OG mommy with 2 boys.
Yeah.
So I asked her to sit down for an interview with us at Happy Hour Podcast. And then from there,
well, with Nightmare Projects, it was born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Went to school out there, not at University of Alabama, but Roll Tide anyway. But we started a promotion company, Dream Management, Marketing and Promotions, where we just did like a bunch of club parties. And then we branched off into managing artists and marketing artists and things like that. So we had a website going. We named the projects that we were doing, like we had some ciphers, some different things that we were doing, events, called them Nightmare Projects, which was the baddest form of the dream. So, yeah. So when I came back home, I started doing more events, but then I wanted to get into media more so. So I needed people to do it, because I didn't want to be that person to actually do the media. I had an intern. She was great at the time. Then we were on the red carpet one day, and her ass got scared. She got scared. She froze up. She didn't know what to do. And I just hopped over the extension cords, and I just grabbed the mic. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ish. And it's been up since then. So I'm like, okay, I need somebody else to come along this journey with me. But since I had already been on Brittany's podcast, I was like, you want to do this? Let's do it. So we have been doing interviews. We got a chance to get on a internet-based radio. Did that for a while, and then we went independent. It's been up ever since.
Literally.
So y'all, I want to ask, do y'all have any? Did y'all like find any inspiration kind of that got you into, into the media business, things like that?
As for me,
Yeah, I want to ask you first.
I wanted to be Whitney Houston when I grew up, and we know how that went, so that was not gonna happen. And then I wanted to be like Monica Kaufman. I know y'all not from the A like that, but she's like the Monica Kaufman, Monica Pearson, So I've been doing media broadcast journalism. I've been a journalist since the very beginning. In high school, I was doing the JAG. I went to college and I had 2-3 radio shows that I was producing. I did some other projects through them. So I've always been chasing this media dream, and my path has been different because I didn't do the radio station internship or the news station internships in college and stuff like that. I did some internships, but my focus has always been like black media, like storytelling our story. And so after college, coming back to Atlanta, got my hands dirty with a few different organizations, got some connections, really got invested in the storytelling media side of things. I did some things before Isha and I got together officially. So meeting up with you on that path, because nobody else was hungry like that. And nobody else was also like, actively like going like looking for these types of opportunities. So once we connected, it was like, okay, girl, buckle up. We about to run it.
I said, how about you though? Where did it come from?
I don't know, honestly. I just feel like I just always wanted to have a successful company. I felt like media is something that I could have gotten into because I had already been managing a whole lot of people, doing a whole lot of different things. So I always wanted to have a successful company. And then honestly, just growing up and I'm saying growing up, but I'm old as fuck. But watching the Breakfast Club and watching how they interview people and shit like that, like I want to be when I sit somebody down in front of me, I want them to know that ain't nobody asked you a question that I asked you, and it's just gonna be the dopest interview you ever had. So that's basically been my inspiration behind having getting into media.
It's like that.
So when I first heard about y'all from Jones, I know y'all were under what is it, a radio show?
Direct access radio. Yeah.
Like, can you give us, what happened between then and being on y'all own now?
Well, honestly, yeah, since y'all want the real.
Right.
Honestly, shout out to Wooby.
It's all love
and respect to him.
So much love and respect.
Much love.
We met him on the carpet.
We met him on the red carpet at this event called Peace Safe. We actually just did it last week.
Shout out to my brothers. Hey, y'all.
And he was we interviewed him. We interviewed a couple of his artists, and he was the one that was starting the platform. So, of course, I was starting to work with Jones. That's what we're going to call him today. And I was trying to find, different media opportunities for the people that I was going to be managing. So, since he was starting direct access radio, he was one of the people that I was going to, try to use to get artists onto his platform. But then he was like, y'all need a home. Y'all need to come to direct access radio and have a home type shit. But when we got to the home, when we got there, it was like, okay, well, I want y'all to manage the station. I want you to run the station. I want you to do everything. I was like, you know what? Let's fucking go. Let's do that shit. So we had a grand opening. That shit was lit. I think, did he come to the grand opening? Was Northside down at the grand opening?
Did you come to the oh, he ain't even here.
You wasn't at the grand opening?
Wait,
Okay, fuck that grand opening. Well, we planned this dope ass grand opening.
It was
This shit
beautiful.
lit. It was beautiful.
Beautiful
We
building.
had, he definitely putting up for the bar, but it was just a lot of red flags that was coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With doing business with him, and the business just wasn't right.
Yeah.
So we were in one building off Windy Hill. We moved to another building on the west side. That building was definitely a downgrade.
For sure.
It was not soundproof. It was open brick. It was ghetto as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
In the middle of the hood too.
In the middle of the West End.
Not that we got a problem with the hood because
humble
we
beginnings,
comfortable,
you know
right?
what I'm saying? Very humble beginnings.
But it
for
definitely made like the start. That's the thing about like businesses. Everybody launches a business. Everybody starts something. Everybody has an idea, but the follow through can sometimes go like the wind. But we stuck it out with them.
We definitely stuck it out. We was the best shit that they had.
We were the last
you know what
one
I'm saying?
standing.
And we're the only people that still have our platform. But shout out to everybody else that's doing their thing. Like everybody has branched off to doing what they do. Music, PR, DJ, and things like that. But we were the only people there that wanted it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else just wanted to do some shit. Like, everybody got a podcast, everybody want to talk, everybody want to do whatever they want to do. Honestly, the shit would have been nothing if it wasn't for me. Because from the day we got there, we didn't have no engineer.
Nope.
We were supposed to go live. We was going live for the man Instagram. And people just going in there recording. Like, they had a show that was going on every day of the week. At night.
Nobody was editing
recording,
the
but
show.
nobody was editing and putting it out.
Nobody was cleaning up either. We became the mamas.
Fucking waffles in
right.
there.
Pop your shit now. Talk what the fuck.
Goddamn food left in there. Just all type
that.
of bullshit. And we was just coming in every Saturday after
trying to
we
work,
trying
like,
to do our thing and get the fuck on.
Okay, why we gotta, and the investment was the equipment was not being taken care of. So now we're buying XLRs. We're bringing our own mics to wrap up in there. We were thirsty. We were hungry.
We really been independent because honestly, if it wasn't for us, the station wouldn't have gotten nowhere where it was. And had him tell it, and we haven't spoken to him since, but we were about to move from that last location on the West End to somewhere else.
But the problem was, and of course everybody needs a break, I think he knew exactly, there's no thing about it. He knew exactly who we were because that's how he found us on the carpet. So he already knew, who and what we were capable of doing. And so when the things started to slow down at Direct Access, which was right around the time that we were taking a season break, but we were still, even when we took our breaks, we're still like always.
But we didn't take a break because we wanted to take a break. We took a break because we were supposed to be moving from different buildings.
Right, but he never followed through with the move, and so now we're waiting on our new season based on whatever move he was making. So when the moves weren't consistent, we were like, okay, but you know what? In the meantime,
we're gonna go to this studio right here.
Right, and that
the plug
became
ATL. We did one little podcast there. They had the little phone set up. They had the shit. They had the video and the setup, and it was. We can't leave. We can't go back to the hood after this.
And he saw that on Instagram. That man was sick. Remember that day he was blowing me up. What y'all doing? I didn't even know.
I'm about to sign the lease. Somebody get this shit going.
Sending pictures. Hey baby, it's too late. But we thank you. God bless you. Like.
And we sent him a nice, separation letter. Because we professional as fuck.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? We sent him a nice letter and that was it. But honestly, we have always been independent. We train people to actually have the station up and running. Training people to know how to edit. Training people to know how to record. We didn't know what the fuck we was doing, but we
even telling people how to produce. Like, baby, before you walk into that door, what's the run of show? Where's your treatment?
Do you have an intro for your shit? Because we can get you an intro too. Like literally, we was the backbone of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel y'all on the people just coming in to record because I definitely see a lot of shit from where we from, and some got their shit together, and then there's some that I look and they recording just off of Instagram Live, and I'm like, okay.
And it's cool. Humble beginnings. Like, cause we was. If you want to look in the deep cuts and see some real growth, it's still up on YouTube.
It is.
I don't condone looking at that shit, but it's still there for you to see.
But see, what I like about y'all is y'all mix it up and y'all actually grew from it. I don't see any growth from other shit. It's just the same.
That nigga, he real upset right now. Y'all sports fans? He getting over that loss.
I'm a football fan.
Trying to go to
What?
Are you still?
You was one for the Celtics?
Nigga fucked up right now.
That's cool.
Shit,
God bless.
It's all right though. We gonna
God
just
What you mean?
go ahead.
Chef Curry with the shot.
Ooh.
You gotta pray for him.
Chef Curry. Light skin ass.
Aisha Curry, Aisha
That's
Bryson,
right. That's
you
what I'm
know,
saying.
we going to
All right, so,
her name the same way.
man, light skin niggas up. What you talking about, man? Curry the guy with my
Are
boy
y'all
Drizzy
though?
just dropped. Yeah.
I don't know.
Drizzy, ain't nobody checking for that? Drizzy was in the studio with his ears to the wall, like, and I'm a Drake fan, but he was in the studio next to Beyonce, like, now how do I get this house shit right?
Ooh.
Let me get it. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. But I love Drake, and I really do love Drake.
You didn't like One Dance?
I did like One Dance,
You
but
like
let's talk
Control?
about the new Drake.
That's not house though.
What's that?
He was trying to tap into his reggae shit.
Yeah, baby.
Obviously, his
So y'all
little
ain't
vibes.
fucking with it.
I mean, honestly, it was the ounce for me, and I haven't listened to Beyonce shit neither.
That shit, I listened to it.
Beyonce
every
I got a
time.
lot going on.
She didn't drop her
Oh,
album.
okay.
Now,
But
see,
it's on the way. Right?
I'm a real Hive fan.
Okay.
I mean, I'm dedicated.
But I hope it's not a
baby is
house
dedicated.
album.
It's literally a lot of different types of music. But I love house music. That's another thing. Black folk, certain black folk be like, oh, this is the white people shit. But no, house music is. Y'all been to Baltimore? Y'all been to DC? Y'all been to Philly? Y'all been to New York? Y'all been to Chicago, Detroit? That's us, you know?
What the fuck you so chipper about when they said they weren't liking the shit? That's what I'm trying to say.
I do.
Did y'all like that Kendrick Lamar shit?
No.
Loved it.
Snooze fest.
Loved it.
That's why it
Necessary.
fell down the Billboard chart.
No.
It did.
No.
It took a fucking social
No,
like
you're not listening
Scarlet.
right. Listen again, Black
It
people.
took a
fucking with you
Scarlet.
more.
It took a
Listen
Scarlet
again.
tumble.
She
Listen
more
again.
aggressive.
That Kendrick album was powerful, and at this time,
But do
especially
you
looking
know?
at the state
But did
of
you
black
see
people,
Scarlett Takes a Tumble on YouTube? You got to be a real OG to know about that shit.
off the table.
When she stood on the
Oh,
table,
yeah, I know what
she
you're
thought
talking about.
that's Kendrick Lamar album on the Billboard chart.
No, don't do that to
Oh,
him.
God.
That's
my God.
and
I
that's the
can't
problem.
lie.
See,
On Billboard, numbers wise, definitely did not do good. But I fuck with the.
When's the last time you listened to that shit, bro?
Kendrick,
Yeah.
3 days
When's the last
ago,
time you listened to it?
push these niggas off me like,
Huh?
thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
They listening
I'm
to it
just-
I'm
enough.
lying.
I'm
They
lying.
listening to it enough. That's all.
Y'all, but did you listen to
Why are you on the radio?
If you're listening to Kendrick
Right.
to turn up, and that's the problem, because and this is a shameless plug. Make sure y'all come to next week, next Wednesday. We're doing more like more wine, more combos. We're talking about the state of music and its impact on black culture. And here's the thing that I want to say, because every type of music has a purpose, right? And yeah, if you want to turn up, cool. You trying to fuck these bitches, cool. Okay, if you're trying to sell that weed, okay, or whatever you're trying to do, cool. That's cool. Now, what type of impact and influence does that have on our culture? Don't answer it right away. Now, otherwise, if you're trying to better yourself, if you're trying to literally get to the next level, black men, black women, like, we can't stay here. We got to address our traumas. We got to address our issues, and we got to do better. And so, if we're going to continue to only listen to a specific type of music and we expect to go up, that shit don't even make sense.
And I agree with you, but that shit was still a snooze fest.
That shit
Hold on,
wasn't
hold
a
on,
snooze
hold
fest,
on.
though.
Before, look, you going where we need to go. But before we get into that, let's finish this serious stuff first.
Okay.
I do, ladies, I want to kind of talk to y'all about yesterday the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
I definitely.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that came
I want
out
to get into the
happy dog,
bullshit.
'cause I want to have
but
women get their
I want to talk about that first.
overview of that. Cause
How we feeling about it, man?
I mean, honestly, for me, I feel like you shouldn't be able to tell a woman what the fuck to do with her body.
I agree. I tell you how I feel. I'm conflicted because I'm with it's your body, your choice. That's got nothing to do with me. But the Christian in me, it feels that. But when I say that, it's also the Christian in me that understands. I feel like God doesn't make mistakes.
Christian.
So
So you believe in that white Jesus? Huh?
He ain't white.
I know he ain't.
Jesus is black.
say white Jesus thing.
We can talk about that too.
We can talk about that too.
And I'm a Christian that's down for my people too. On the spirituality side, Christianity is established on the continent. White folks didn't bring that to us. Look it up. That's Orthodox Christianity.
They took it and changed it to their shit.
That's
That's
right.
what I be trying to tell him, but he don't be into that, in tune to that shit. typical black nigga.
Don't do my king over here.
Because I say Christianity, that makes me I'm a white boy. I
No, I'm
just
just
right. Right, Kyrie, tell me about myself. Bro, because I said Christianity. No, come on, Kyrie. What else I do? Brother Malcolm.
Come on.
This nigga there, he go, oh yeah, this is the United States. Then we did 9/11. It's a conspiracy. You ever think as much shit as they did to niggas, maybe we just pissed them the fuck off and they blew some shit up. You ever think about that? I don't think that crossed your mind. Let's proceed, baby.
Put them
I don't think
headphones back
so.
in, baby, okay?
Skylar,
What?
Put those headphones in, okay, sweetheart? Yeah,
I'm not even
you
bringing
gotta put them back in.
because
you're gonna have to leave. You put them back in. Thank you.
I don't know.
Sorry.
What you consider? What do you consider
Christianity.
or white Jesus, if you call it?
I don't consider their Christianity, or like she said, Christianity definitely came from Africa. We
You
just
know
have
what?
our own. But we don't need to get into that. We need to stay with this.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Wildin'.
It's okay.
I gotta.
And that's the thing, like, I ain't even combining 2020 and white folks with Christianity, you know, like,
I'm not saying I'm combining it, but what I am saying is that I had an eye opener, like an aha moment of what they view as Christianity. Like, that's not Christian, and you know how they treated black people in Christianity, like that is their whole little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing that they have going on as with that name. So I don't want to be associated with Christian as how they associate Christian. I just know that I have a relationship with Jesus, and that the only way to God is through Him.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, when it comes to, that's what I consider Christianity. Like, I've always been, church, you going to church every Sunday, or you being a deacon, and do that's not going to make you go to heaven.
Yeah, that's why I say
going to heaven is your relationship with God.
Bingo.
That's it.
Pray
That's, I mean,
anywhere you want to be.
and that's the thing with most
Whatever
people,
we call
your
it.
relationship with God is yours. Some people see God as the white man, like Kai sees. Maybe Kai see him as Malcolm X, but some people see God as. I'm telling you, but
Like, y'all know the coexist something. Like, and I don't want to get too deep in it. I am a Christ believer. I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I believe in one God. And the same God that I worship, the same God that I believe is the creator of all, is the same creator. Whether you call him Buddha, Allah, Yahweh, King, whoever or whatever, it's the same thing. Like the little coexist symbol with like the different sects of religion. I'm not a religious person.
You're not a gang. It don't seem like that.
Oh yeah, and no, we understand that. We understand through the history books. Y'all know I'm a former teacher, so I can run the facts on y'all. But we understand that through the history, religion itself was built to control territory, people, and wealth. The purpose is spirituality.
Right.
And the problem, and again, this is me speaking as a Christ believer, and I read my Bible daily, right? But we also know this is a man-made book. And if we're listening to the word, these things contradict themselves. If our God is omnipresent, omniscient, greater than everything, this book, the Bible, is limited. And so that the teachings in this book and the words and the translations that have been translated 750,000 times over, and that's an accurate number. It's literally just a bare surface of spirituality. And religion is like a 10% thing. And so my doorway into spirituality was through religion. Absolutely, through the church, for sure, through the physical edifice of the church. But that's not where it ends. So the God that I serve, the same God that they praise in church, the same God that they bow to the east across the sea, the same God that they, get in the lotus position and pray to, that's the same God. And that Jesus, in the Bible, Jesus disappeared at the age of 13 and he didn't come back to his 30s. He traveled to the east, and so he went and studied all of those things, and those beautiful, miraculous, things that he's able to do, that's a combination of all of those things in relation to the spirit.
But as it relates to abortion,
right? Because we didn't get back to abortion.
As it relates to abortion, I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get no abortions. I don't have a dog in this fight. I do feel like women have a choice to do whatever they want to do with their bodies. I don't think that the government should play a part in it. But do I see myself down at the abortion clinic getting an abortion? No. I was there. I almost aborted my kids because I was told to do it. My mom wanted me to finish school, and I was in my last year of school. I found out I was pregnant. She was like, "You need to get rid of that." Right? So I'm at the abortion clinic, and I'm there, and everybody's there for the same thing, and I'm literally sick because I'm like, everybody's in here pregnant. Everybody is literally in here pregnant.
And about to leave
out not pregnant. But then when I found out that I had twins, I said, I can't do this. I had to give me my ultrasound. I'm about to leave. Because I have twins in my family. My kids were literally born on the same day as my twin aunts. The same exact day as my twin aunts. So me aborting the twins is literally aborting my family legacy.
Yeah.
However, right, people have been raped. People have gone through plenty of different things. People have different reasons why they can't they can't take on that responsibility. So if people feel like that's their choice that they want to do, then that's their choice. And I feel like it's sensitive for me because I was there. I was about to do it. I don't want. It's a hard topic for me. I'm gonna keep it real. It is because I don't want to seem like that friend that's gonna tell my friend like you shouldn't do that. Cause that's your choice, baby. You want to do that? That's on you. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, y'all see my baby behind me? I was in the abortion clinic too. I had my abortion before her. I fully stand on pro-choice. Everything is situational, and it's up to the parents. And I say the parents because I believe that the father should have a say and opinion, and it should be valued and it should be considered. But ultimately, it's the mother's decision. As what happens, over her body. I've had an abortion prior to me having my child. And I was in that same position, and I looked around in that room, and I broke down in that elevator leaving, and I made a promise, a covenant with my Creator then that I wouldn't do it again. And I asked for forgiveness, and I think that God was like, "Baby, you supposed to have baby anyway because you see my little child sitting behind me." But 100%, that is 100% not the government's place to place those types of restrictions on a woman and her body. That is not their responsibility. And the conversation and the justification of Christianity is null and void on it. To me. Because they be using that shit flagrantly.
Right. No.
How I feel is, and this can go on for any race, but I'm talking specifically what I've seen and experienced in the black community. It's a lot of us who have babies in fucked up situations.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we continue that, the bullshit that we go through in the black community is going to keep going on generations and generations. So some of us luck up and we have family who are going to be there for sure on our side and raise that kid. But a lot of us don't have that same opportunity.
Yeah.
And you have to go through the bullshit, the struggle. And it'll be hard for a young mother. That shit is hard.
That's the thing. That's the problem, right? These white folks or whoever that are making these laws that are so pro-life, these same lives that they're forcing us to have, they're not trying to pour out to support these lives. So after the baby is born, but you want to take away subsidized government assistance and funding, but you want us to have these babies, but you're not trying to help us take care of these babies? How that gonna make sense? So
honestly, I feel like, again, they're doing this because they're trying to control their race. Mm-hmm. They're saying, and I haven't done any research on this, but they're saying that white people are having abortions at rapid rates.
Yeah. That's not
and their race is becoming extinct. So that's one reason. while they're trying to like put this into place. I haven't done any research.
They are the new minority.
This is hearsay. This is hearsay for me. I haven't done any like
They're not counting the mixed babies, huh? They're not counting them.
I'm gonna confirm it for you. No, it's very true.
But hear me out though. So my grandmother, which was my mom's mother, diehard Christian. I'm talking about she's the reason why I know John 3:16. She was at my house and she had the index card. She writing the Bible verses. She's doing all these things. Like she's making sure, like thumping Bible Christian at for what we thought it was before I had my aha moment, right? But my mom and her older brother, they're literally like 11 months apart, like Irish twins. And I always wanted to know how that happened because my mom has a different father than her other 3 siblings, right?
I never knew this.
And I came to find out that my mom's original dad raped my grandmother. So had my Bible thumping Christian grandmother aborted my mother, I wouldn't be here.
I never knew that. She never told me that. That's real.
Yeah. So I'm just leave that. I'm gonna leave y'all.
That's kind of heavy as you take your drink.
I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
About to say, you good? Y'all the parents. I ain't gonna. You good?
You the parents.
I ain't gonna. The whole thing I feel your body, your choice. Like, but be careful in these red states because they're gonna take the option from you. So stay away from these dumb ass.
And there are states.
I'm not in front of the camera, but I was gonna say that I know y'all saw that map, and I know y'all saw.
I posted it. There's states that are true. Yeah.
It's states that's gonna stick with it, and it's states like where we are right now that's gonna say you don't have it right.
Sure. Well, okay, so Georgia is on the cusp right now, and there's something called we going a lot. Look it up. It's a trigger ban. Yeah. It's 13 states that have trigger bans, and that trigger ban means as soon as the government, make the federal government certified it, they either do it immediately, they follow it, they have a choice, or they'll do it like 30 days, 60 days out. Now, there are 16 states that don't have any sanctions about abortion laws, and there are a few states that actually have protected laws, like DC. I want to say Pennsylvania is another state where you can go and there's protection. California is literally welcoming people. Mm-hmm. So Florida is another state that is neutral. So people that are watching that are in Georgia that's 6 weeks, 8 weeks pregnant, y'all like, oh, what the hell? Y'all better head on to Lake City. Get on down 75 South. Make your appointment or go to North Carolina. That's the closest state close to Georgia.
Be careful, ladies.
Be careful. Is this gonna make it worse for us though? If they make it bad, y'all seen For Color Girls and Macy Gray?
It's gonna be a lot of babies in trash cans. It's gonna be a lot of babies.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of maternal deaths. Black women have the highest pregnancy mortality rate. That shit is gonna skyrocket.
That's why I should
That's it.
Black doctors.
Crazy.
Black people.
Stop trying to be lash techs and motherfucking podcasters. You going to take your ass to the damn school, pass that biology class, take human anatomy, go to grad school, go to Meharry. They basically have doctorate degrees over there and do what the fuck you got to do. Black people.
We need y'all.
And tap into the Eastern medicine too, because that Western medicine ain't always cracked up to be.
I see question. Would you rather wrestle an alligator for 3 minutes every year on your B-day, or slapbox a baby monkey every morning before you can get in your car?
Give me one of the two. You got to. One of the two. It's how you feeling.
Every morning?
You got to.
I don't know if I got it in me every morning.
You gonna wrestle that damn game? You gonna wrestle that?
Wrestle. With an alligator, you hit on top of the nose. You gotta hit him from the back.
See, that's some country ass shit right there. You jump on those fucking.
You gotta hit him on the. You gotta hit.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about the upstate. One thing about the upstate and one thing about the Midlands. Y'all don't see none of that shit. I'm from the low country, So we see gators and all that.
So you know how to wrestle a gator too?
I don't know how to do that.
Listen, it's the top of the nose. You gotta get him from the back.
Oh, y'all see they jump on that motherfucker and hold him, man.
Y'all seen Crocodile Dundee?
I know how to run from the
Crocodile Dundee.
Well, right, exactly. But he was doing too much.
I hate it.
But you gotta choose. Which one?
I'm talking to me or her?
Both of y'all.
I probably slap box the monkey though, cause I got these hands.
Every morning.
I'm not slap-boxing no monkey every morning.
You
I
got
got the energy.
Because I got the
Strong as fuck. You should
It's a baby though. But before you can open your door, you got to.
Every morning, it's a
I'm
good
going
one right
with
there.
that
Hold on,
alligator.
hold up. You going to get it.
Yeah.
It's only once every year, every 365. So I'm gonna get right for the rest of the
Yeah,
time.
and if I
I'm gonna get right.
On my birthday.
If I lose or if I go out, that's just how it's gonna be. You
Birthday,
know what I'm
that
saying?
day.
But I'm not slapping boxing with no monkey every day. Like,
I'm gonna hurt somebody in traffic.
eventually, the monkey ain't gonna come back.
I'm
Right,
gonna
exactly.
lose one, girl. I know I'm gonna lose one. And I'm
No,
gonna work
you're
hard.
right.
Oh,
That's the
fuck
thing.
you, you won.
That's just a horrible
yeah,
day.
but
That's
you
just
get
a
that.
A
way to
horrible
start
way to
your
start
day.
your day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fighting with a fucking monkey.
After fighting with my 5-year-old in the morning, I don't have time. You're right. I'll take the alligator.
She better be jumping in.
Yeah, Scott got these hands too. She ain't gonna let me go.
My kids will jump in with the monkey too, so I'm
You right.
take
Can't
the
make
monkey.
her go tear the monkey
Yeah.
up.
But not every morning though. They
Yeah.
might get their ass whooped.
They sleepy. Yeah, I'll take the alligator on August 23rd.
Do the gator. Yeah.
So since we kind of been talking more like stuff with the black community, what's y'all take on, girls being called fast growing up?
Caught fast.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying when I ask that?
Black community, old uncles,
You understand?
grandmamas, they say fast, mannish, like
I
Like how
don't
you
have
feel?
girls, so
I don't know if I
let's
can
put
leave
it
with
in
that.
perspective. For
I got girls.
a topic that we were talking about.
And I
before.
coach girls.
I'm a girl, but I don't want to say
And
that.
I taught high school girls that were some girls that were fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they get it from their.
Yeah, he said
They get it from their mama.
No, they get it from
Most of
their
the mamas
That's
be
it.
fast.
They
Most of the
get
mamas
it
be
from my
hoes.
Yeah.
But
Where's it come
see,
from?
I'm kind of glad you say that. Before I let y'all go, that's why I think it's come from. Like, I don't think it's just girls just wanting to be out
It's
here
not
and be
always
grown.
taught. It's caught.
Yeah, you watching with your family or your mom or whoever you're around most of the time.
or what's on that phone.
Yeah.
The same. My baby don't got a phone. She watching Netflix because I got something to do. We don't even have a tablet in my house. I worked in a high school and I coached high school teenage girls and I taught 9th through 12th grade. And some of these girls are fast and some of these girls just are, mature body wise and looks and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot. And it do be, I be wondering, because the hoes that went to school with me, they be having kids, I be like, damn, your kid gonna be a hoe? Like, what is that?
But some of the hoes got.
You're right.
I went to see.
Moving on.
Right. But the biggest problem is, and this is firsthand from a former high school teacher and a coach. If I'm scrolling down trying to get my vacation wear on Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, Boohoo. I'm sure y'all know about Fashion Nova. I'm sure. These same girls are purchasing the same stuff. So I'm grown as hell with a set on me that matches a grown up. And now a 16-year-old is shopping in the same department. She's following the same people on Instagram. She's trying to make it. She's doing a WAP like Cardi. So she's out here running around with her 16-year-old boyfriend talking about, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I'm gonna show you. Show you what? Show me what?
Damn shit. Right.
It's 16-year-old girls that's watching. Name your favorite.
P-Valley.
Yeah, P-Valley.
But you know what? It's also what the parents allow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's on the parents. You know what I'm saying? Some parents are young. Some parents don't give a fuck. Some parents gonna let you get the lashes and the nails from middle school.
in the $600 unit.
And the wigs. Like they gonna let you do all that, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just what the parents allow. That's just what it is. Cause my mom wasn't going for that.
Not even. I'm not going for it. And spoken as one of the most age appropriate, like super duper behind, late blooming children growing up.
My kids is boys. They still not getting a phone. They not getting. I don't know when they gonna get a phone.
My kids not getting no phone.
I got a phone in 9th
I
grade.
feel it.
Summer before 9th grade.
You can
But
only
hell
keep in
nah.
the shelter.
Oh, that shit, what you have a fucking discrepancy?
Man, I had a conversation
Kids
with
gonna
my.
be curious.
Okay, let me
They gonna
ask you.
be
Let me ask you a question.
I
Let me
got
ask
a
you.
son.
Okay, bet. Hold on, wait. I hate to do this, but we do our shit too. So my kids play football. They got a coach. We was having a conversation, and he was talking about how one of the sons, somebody he knows has a son, and found out that he started jacking off.
How old was he?
I don't know. Let's say 11. 11 or 12. He started jacking off. Are you gonna provide him with the tools to jack off, like the socks, the lotion? Are you gonna give him those things? Like, what are you gonna? I mean, that's what the dad did. That's what the dad did. The dad said, "Look, if this is what you're gonna be doing, you need to make sure you got them equipped. I'm gonna give you the socks. I'm gonna give you the lotion. I'm gonna make sure you're doing it right."
It's giving Steve Harvey and
No, hold on, because I just got hit with that shit too. That's the thing.
So now the socks are sticking together.
Niggas buy
or towels. It's towels.
And they specifically.
No, it was the towels. Yeah, it was the towels.
That's that tissue.
He gave him specific nut rag.
I'm sorry.
That's some shit I just got. That's true. Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay.
But yeah,
Are you condoning your son jacking off?
I mean,
he's gonna
I'm
jack
gonna say
off
this.
regardless.
Yeah, I condone it because he's curious. He's gonna do it regardless.
So you're gonna provide him with the towels and the lotion and all that. I'm not doing
yeah,
that
you my
shit.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not doing
This
that.
is me not giving a fuck.
You're not doing that?
Did you masturbate when you were a kid?
I'm
This
not
is
gonna
with all
answer
due
that.
respect. No.
With
No,
all
no,
due
no,
respect, I'm not fucking
No, you
answering
gotta
that.
answer.
Well, I'll be real. I'm
If
gonna answer
you
it.
know what that answer tells you what it
I'm
is.
gonna answer it. We're talking about.
I'm conservative as fuck. I'm not
You want me
answering
to tell you my
that.
first experience what happened?
Tell me.
When I was a young nigga, I remember I was in what, 7th grade, I think. And my mom came home, man. I ain't even hear her come in the house, young nigga. I was on the computer and I slammed that motherfucking shit. She came and she said, "What the fuck you in here doing?" Pull that shit up. I looked up blowjobs. She got child blowjobs.
It's okay. She got hit.
And man, I swear, bro, she was like, my mom, she's like, I'm pray over you. I'm finna go get the water.
How
kind of shit.
7th grade?
I was looking. And bro, this the thing too. She told my uncles, like trying to. She was like, hey, we gonna have to. And I just, hey, you know what Oliver said? Was he watching 2 men? No. Oh shit, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'm gonna tell you.
And black families, that's how it was.
I've been waxing my motherfucking shit till I put a battery on my computer.
Honestly though,
What he said?
he said
She was waxing. He was
the viruses didn't come from Napster, basically. They didn't come from Napster back in the day. No, but honestly though, like realistically speaking, yeah, I got caught in the tent. I me and my, I had a little sleepover and we stole some little magazines that my dad was holding in the closet. And my mom snatched the cover off the tent and we was flipping through the page, curious. But your sons are definitely gonna be.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
And I'm gonna have to let their daddy handle that.
Yeah.
At the time being, I'm not condoning it though. I'm not gonna say here are towels for you to jack your dick. Like I'm not.
How you condone it is make sure you clean up after yourself.
Hell no, I'm not condoning shit. You need to make sure that you clean up after yourself. But I'm not gonna say make sure you clean up after yourself when you're done. Like, oh, you jacking off, love? Let me close the door. Let me out of here. I'm not doing that. No.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have sons yet, so
I'm not condoning it.
But I hope that my husband.
If you're doing great.
How I feel, man, daughter, son, you can't keep them sheltered.
Yeah, that shit gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. They're gonna go. I'd rather teach them and have them informed about certain stuff to know right from wrong than to just shelter them, and when they go out there, they do all this.
I had to have the sex talk because the little girl in my son's class was drawing penises on a paper.
Oh, wait, no. Did you have the
and passing it to my child?
Did your mom have that sex talk with you?
Not really, no. And then I got in trouble before because I was having a whole sleep. I was having a sleepover with one of my homegirls. She was in the bed with me. We was talking about doing things I had no business doing. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it was.
How old?
I was like 12.
Okay.
And she was drawing like pussies and vaginas.
Was that 7th grade?
All that of stuff. She was drawing it, and then my mom just found the notebook in my room and pulled me out of step practice at the church and was like, "You're not going back." And I'm like, I didn't write this, but I was literally having a whole conversation about losing my virginity in a place that I had no business doing it.
You know what?
So, yeah.
You reminded me of a story. Me and Aaron went to summer camp. I'm telling names. We went to summer camp at the church.
I hope these people don't find this
It's
episode.
cool. It's cool.
Lord Jesus.
Aaron will crack up laughing at this, and it was a camp counselor, and I want to say I might have been in like 5th grade. I think that we were just transitioning to Stevenson Middle School. Me and her go back, and it was this camp counselor that I thought was so fine in 5th grade. And I was drawing pictures too. Oh. And I forgot about that until you said that.
But you said 5th grade. This girl was literally passing notes to my child in the 2nd grade. Yeah. And the teacher thought that my child was drawing dicks. And I said, ma'am, my son can't even draw.
Because the little girls are sucking dicks in 5th grade. I'm here to tell you because I know verbatim from these students. I know that. Wow. It's a fact. So 2nd grade, they talking about it. In 5th grade, they doing it. In 6th grade, I'm telling you this.
2nd grade, I was not talking about no.
I wasn't either.
But I definitely went up to the parents at field day. Hello, hi. Apparently our kids go together. Was she the one drawing? No, yes she was. Yes it is. That's my son. Yep. He walks her to the bus and everything. See, my son is a whole gentleman. He walking her to the bus.
As he should.
Probably, giving her a little snack out his lunch. That's it. But other than that, she's trying to goddamn get busy in the 2nd grade.
These girls be out. These girls and these boys. Like that's what I'm telling you. I don't think that it was like that. Keep in mind, like we're trying to go back 20 years.
It was just Cheetos.
But I'm telling you, from a sample selection of high schoolers, recent high school graduates, it's live. Okay. And this is coming from somebody. I didn't even lose my virginity till I was in college.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Late bloomer.
I did not sit on no D's until
and I ain't put nothing
July 2009, and it's my baby daddy's D. Hello.
College. God. And it was something like July, August 2008, because I graduated a year earlier. But
that's
no.
Right,
for sure. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that fast stuff.
But you know what? Never mind. I ain't gonna put my business out here.
I knew what you were gonna say, but I wasn't doing nothing.
I was doing some things.
I wasn't doing nothing.
In high school. But I wasn't. I didn't
the moral is keep your kids busy, because I ain't had time to do nothing.
Man, what you mean? We was in the marching band going to Macy's and still going to goddamn Sunday before practice.
Oh, see,
what are you talking about? People was doing it in the back room.
And it's so funny because it's so funny. Do you understand? I didn't find out what was happening on my senior trip until I came back home the first year of college. I'm talking about green.
People, you keep your kids busy, they gonna find sex in the activity.
Me and my green ass friends was busy as hell and safe as hell and green as fuck because we wasn't doing nothing. We wasn't doing nothing. Let me tell you,
they was doing it at the
summer 2007. We was having the best time trying to do slow motion in the dance. Sober, crunk juice. We was at a quick trip buying crunk juice, thinking like, "Oh, girl, we about to go turn up at the teen club."
Talk about that shit. Look.
And that was it. We wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing nothing. And the complex that I'm having right now, as a mom, of a young girl, who serves as like a mentor role for a teenage young ladies. Yeah. And they're, I'm not their mama, and I'm young enough and fly, so they telling me everything. I'm trying to like keep it cute and cool. And in my mind, just in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, like, Rita, you gotta reserve some of this coolness for when your child is that age. So first off, she'll be comfortable enough to talk to you. Mm-hmm. And in the same way that I keep it real with my girls, because I don't want to hear this shit, but I'm hearing it, and you telling me, oh girl, and I'm letting you know, like, baby, I could bet you my full salary that give it 4 years, and you and your group chat are gonna be clowning this nigga. You thinking that he's doing something with his little 15-year-old? He ain't got no type of experience or nothing.
After high school, that's
right. I guarantee you're gonna look back and be clowning. And I'm telling you, you're not missing out on this 15, 16, 17-year-old inexperienced D. Ain't nothing there for you. And sex sucks when you gotta sneak and do it in your mama's house. Or in the bleachers at the school, because that's ignorant and trifling, and we don't want to do that.
I ain't never wanted to do shit at the school.
Why? You scared?
Yes.
Scared, yes.
I
was never doing
You ain't doing it either.
I spent the last period of the day waiting in the parking lot.
In the parking lot?
See, that's too much for me. Again, conservative.
Just being a teenager,
down the street, man.
Just being a teenager.
I'm conservative on that too. Pep rally. Hell no.
They went to the bleachers and did this shit.
Right?
Yeah. Or you get caught sucking it in the bathroom.
Or you fucking on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting.
Oh, shout out to my boy who got caught. He got caught getting his pickle tickled in the bathroom. That ain't not their rule.
Oh,
you got that one?
Right.
So I would ask y'all this because I want to get y'all's opinions because I feel like I'm gonna give some different answers. You know, shit. So what y'all? Well, let's start with dating, but we're talking about marriage too. What's deal breakers for y'all? What are kind of some of the things? And with that too, I want you to answer first.
Yes.
Answer first. It's gonna be a two.
You want who to answer first?
You.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's no shade, nothing. With all due respect.
Deal breaker.
I want to know what their deal breakers is. I mean, why do you like bigger guys or skinny guys? And why?
Exactly. Answer that.
Well, I'm currently with a larger guy. His nickname used to be Ruben in
That's what I know him as.
in high school. His name was Ruben.
I'm writing down that I'm doing score.
He was very big. He was very big. He had to be at least 300 pounds at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
At least
a lot of weight.
He had to be at least 300 pounds.
He's lost
over 200 pounds. At least. Stop eating at McDonald's.
I love it.
He stopped eating McDonald's.
It was great.
But what's the deal breaker?
Yeah. Like, what's the biggest one for you? Like, some people don't. He probably not good with money, or he just he just got maybe he got I don't want to say nothing like a drug addiction. That's a little extreme. Maybe he be fucking up. He like to get drunk a little too much. He don't come home on time. You tired of that shit. Is that a deal breaker?
I mean, hey, you asking the wrong person because right now I'm in a tough spot with my shit, and you know I've been in a relationship for a long time.
Long time.
8 years plus.
Long time.
8 years plus. You know what I'm saying?
Long time.
Y'all better chill out. You know what I'm saying?
This is black love right here. This is a representative of
Real
black
love.
love.
I'm looking for a real love.
It's black love, but it's rocky as fuck right now. And everything he's doing right now is a fucking deal breaker. Period.
I think that's part of the journey.
It's a part of the journey, but at the same time, I don't want to be in a relationship for 8+ years with no side of commitment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the deal breaker for me right now. Where's the shit at? Where are we going?
You finna pull a Sean Diddy Combs.
We together real bad?
10 years.
10 years.
What is
ring,
he?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why you fucking with the city?
I want to be. I'm not trying to be out here like the Celtics. No shade.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get a ring
It's
out
all
here.
shit. Now I'm gonna have to get on.
Ooh.
It's okay.
Everybody's like,
I'm trying to get to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? And how can I answer that question? The deal breaker for me is I don't know. Right now, I can just speak from experience. Right now, I'm looking for some romance.
I feel okay.
I need some romance.
Yeah.
It's no romance going on. It's like, you know, let's fuck because I want it.
I love the romance.
You know what I'm saying? I need the romance. I need the roses. I need the just because. I need all that.
Oh man, he
So I'm gonna just say
Don't
that.
listen to this nigga.
Oh man, yeah, that shit. I like that. That's fine. You about to
What the
talk?
fuck you doing?
I need the romance. So that's how I'm gonna answer that question.
What about you?
I hate this.
My dream. I know, girl. They lighting you up this week. This is our second interview that we've done this week. Nightmare Radio on tour right now. Deal break. Okay, wait. First, what was the first question?
Well, the first one is your deal breaker, and then the second one is do you have you going to
Answer the preference first.
Yeah.
Answer the preference first.
Do you prefer a bigger guy or a skinnier guy?
Right now, I'm dating a tall glass of chocolate milk right now. He's nice, tall, and slim. But I got love for the big boys. That's the thing. Like I don't discriminate. You know, I'm 5'9". You know, I'm not no little girl. I like to feel secure. So you got to be of a certain height.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily discriminate because I also wear heels. I'm 5'9" with flats, and I'm a definitely scrape 6 feet.
I don't care if you're tall.
And it's cool.
Down.
Right, and a lot of men, that's the funny thing. The funny thing is, you know, men do not have no problem with that. And I've had men lie to me too. I've had men lie to me about their height. I have men bold-faced like, baby, I'm 5'8". What you talking about? I'm 5'8". Baby, I'm 5'9". So you are not 5'8" for me to have my neck like this.
Oh hell.
But so yeah, I don't really have a preference as long as you know black.
Right. Okay.
Black.
I fucks with that. Yeah.
Black.
No offense.
No, you know, I love all my black men that are doing right. Deal breakers. Whew. Okay. Deal breakers at this big age. Deal breakers in the past have been no sign of commitment in sight. deal breakers in the past have been no sign of like drive or well, you know what? Because ambition.
She said, hold on the top.
Man, J. Rose, what you got there? What's your purpose, man? You got a pick? You.
I ain't got no purpose. You know me.
As far as deal breakers at this stage for me, and I haven't really been met with a deal breaker. A deal breaker would be, you know, how you treat or respect me, because I've seen it and I've dealt with it, and there will never ever be a time while I have breath in my lungs that I will ever just have a man, black or white or anybody, disrespect me. And by disrespect, that means sharing my ID, because I'm not sharing.
Okay.
Talking to me crazy. I've never had a man raise his hand to me, and I never will, because that's 100% a deal breaker. And if you raise your hand to me, you better put me in the grave, because if I get back up, it may not be me, but somebody gonna come and put you on.
You can call me.
Period.
I'm serious.
Period.
I don't like that shit.
Like, we don't even play with that. I'm an advocate for domestic violence. And how you treat my child, that's major. You know, I'm not with her father, so regardless, whatever way it's gonna go, it's gonna be a blended family. So, can you accept this extension of me as if she were yours? Because it is a package deal. And in the dating process, because we ladies, we be getting away from letting these men court us, and it has to be a requirement. The romance got to be there.
Tell them what court mean. My grandma used to say that. Tell them what that is.
Oh, yeah.
When they don't know what that mean no more.
You should never, ever have to question or wonder, is he into me? I don't know, girl. I don't know if he feeling me. No. If a man is really feeling you, then there will be no question about it. And you got to have a financial commitment to court, too. Because don't invite me over for no damn Netflix and chill. Nigga, you have lost your mind. I am not watching Netflix with you. No, not first, second, third, or fourth date.
I got the HBO Max too, though.
I got them all. It's cool. I got them all. And I got Hulu Live. I don't even need no cable. I got Hulu Live. My man got it. But you know, what I'm saying, like, the courting thing, that's big. I took a two year hiatus from dating. And then when I jumped back in, you know, the dating game, like, it was a different caliber of men that was coming. It was a different level of energy, and I will never swim in that pond again, what I was doing. So if you're not coming to me with a date plan and you want to get to know me, you want to take me out on a date, okay, don't ask me. I mean, you can ask me what I eat, because I don't eat meat. I'm a pescatarian, but, you know, creativity, you need to be up on it. You don't have to break the bank. There's Groupon, and you can get creative. We can have a picnic.
Ooh.
And women court men, too. Hey,
Thanks.
women court men, too.
This nigga talking about picnics. Fuck out of here.
Picnics are great. I love picnics.
Shit.
Well, not right now. You gotta do picnic during picnic season. March, April, and maybe not March because it's pollinating. So like April, beginning of May, or September, October. Great picnic weather. And don't be taking me to Piedmont. Be creative.
Piedmont?
Atlanta. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't. Piedmont is kind of crowded. I like Piedmont. It's nice views, but there's some creativity. That would be, you know, creativity is good. But yeah, the biggest deal breakers at this stage is how you treat and include my daughter, making sure that I don't ever have to question what it is, and your commitment, like your actions, your commitment to what it is that you say you're going to do. Mm-hmm. And we are not checking and dating people with potential, because a doorknob has potential to be turned, but that shit can't do it on its own.
Brittany been out here. I haven't, so there's that. But shout out to Bay, you know, shout out to my baby daddy.
And shout out to my man, because you holding it down, baby.
Okay, I like it. Yeah. So I wanna, Russia, before we kind of finish this off, I do want to ask y'all though, last kind of hot seat question.
Oh boy.
Is sex on the first date, is that forbidden? Is that illegal or not?
Is that a bad thing? I don't think it is.
It might be. Depending on who you ask.
I guess. I mean,
I think it depends on the situation.
Right.
It depends on the situation, and honestly, you know, I haven't been as lucky to have sex on the first time and it actually lead to something.
So if we Netflix
So-
and chill, I can't hit on this first time.
Hell.
Absolutely not. I mean, if I want,
But
but
if
you
I
know
take it,
what?
like, we
You know
won't
what?
get
If
it.
I want to do it, if I want to do it, if I want to have sex with you, then then that's what I'm gonna do, and that's just all
Yeah.
women. If anybody wants to have sex with you, then that's what it's gonna be. If it leads to something else, hopefully, great. Of course, sometimes that's what women want it to be, but most times it doesn't. I know people saying these days, like, you know, you can be, people are mature. I haven't been in the pool of maturity of fucking on the first date. You know, I've been tied down. So, unfortunately, I haven't been able to experience that. But when I had the chance to fuck on the first time, it didn't lead to shit, but being a side bitch.
Well, look, hold on. That situation, look, we know how we described it. It's a date. Yeah, y'all done established this. I feel you. It's
You're
not
right.
a one night stand. Yeah,
You right. Maybe now that you think about it, it wasn't a date. It wasn't a date. It was just like, hey, you want to do it? Let's go. But
I ain't
when
talking
you
about
think
bar
about
date,
it,
you know, yeah.
when you think about it, it's gonna. If you think it's gonna, you're gonna give yourself up in order to get something or somewhere.
Right.
It's a whole big pool of curiosity after that. Like, only God knows. It's in the nigga hands whether it's gonna go where it goes.
See, I feel like you really just have to know yourself. Like for myself, I'm not a casual sex person. Sex for me is most enjoyable when there's some sort of feelings. I don't have to necessarily be like deep in love, but I really gotta like you, and I don't like you enough on the first date. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it because maturity is out there, but also like I don't know, like sex for me is bigger than for men and women. Sex is different.
But that's the thing, like, you could be feeling somebody and they could not be feeling you, and you would never know, because niggas do a great job of
Yes, they
acting
do.
like they like somebody to get the pussy. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get the pussy, you ain't return.
And
then here I am liking you and thinking that this is coming to be some shit.
That's true. And that's why you got the court. That's why you got the court. That's why you got to.
And then you end up being a side bitch.
She dead right now.
You ain't right about that.
Exactly.
I did that a lot in high school. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, college that I got here.
Grown people are still doing that.
Good one.
Grown people are still doing that.
If I was single today, I'm just gonna let you know straight up what's up.
Yeah, and that's cool if the girl is on that time and everybody, what you over there thinking about?
I just.
The last person you did to.
No, I'm thinking about the last
Tallying
book
them
I
up.
read. That's all.
Oh.
You ever read Socrates, The Laws of Power?
Yes.
Play all sides?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm just up.
Playoffs. I didn't get
Not
that.
necessarily play all sides, but I feel what you say. But I'm the type of person in every situation. I just don't show your hand. Let's just wait and see
Show
what
your
happens.
hand.
Yeah. Let's see what happens first.
So then that means we shouldn't be fucking on the first date.
Yeah. Don't
So
show your
then I'm
hand.
showing you, I'm giving you the tricks. I'm goddamn
You not-
swallowing the bottle. I'm
No,
doing
you not.
all that shit
Not
on
on
the
the
first date.
Not on the first
I'm
time.
popping it. I'm busting it. I'm splitting it. I'm doing it all.
Now the
Thinking that
first
it's gonna
time.
goddamn- So what you do? You keep it dry? How you gonna?
Oh no,
how you gonna
it
make
ain't
the
never
nigga come
dry.
back?
But it's levels
But
to
how you
it.
gonna make the nigga come back?
So the first time you have sex, you know, you don't pull out all the tricks, but you let them know I got a little something in
She do
mind.
that on day one. I'm coming
I'm
back.
saying,
What
'cause
is that?
a
I'm
nigga-
coming back for the purpose of what though?
To hit it again. She
You
get
want
that
Exactly.
anyway.
I'll bring
Not
some
just-
food if you want some.
Some food.
You hungry? I ain't tripping.
That's
So
real.
food and pussy.
No.
We do like to eat though.
But look, listen to this. Let me ask you this. Because like you say, man, when you go to the pool, right? How would you do? Let's just say when you go to the pool, what do you do?
Man, you might put your toe in.
First, right?
Yeah.
Right? You want to see what's going on. You don't just jump in that motherfucker when you do it.
But then
Hey, it's cold. I gotta get ready.
But how you gonna equate the pool to dating?
Well, let's call it a car. Big investment. Spend a lot of money on both of them.
But before you even get to the lot, what are you doing?
Looking at it.
You doing research on the car to
So
see
before you even
how many
sit in the
accidents
car
has
for a
that
test
motherfucker
drive,
been in?
I've never sat in a car to test drive a car that I ain't never done the Carfax on already. So it ain't no reason in the world. And when I say the Carfax, I'm being these niggas gotta have a Carfax too.
And these hoes do too.
You right.
Yeah, that's fast.
You are right. Now I do think that there's like a 10-year, the things blow off because, at the start of 2021, I was a complete virgin because everything just flew off in the last decade. But for real. But yeah, it's just for me. Now, if we're just going into like if we're just, intentionally having some fun, by all means, do what's necessary to get your fun on, and know who you are. Like I just know for myself, for me, I like to have sex when there's a connection there.
Yeah, it's gotta be something. It's
gotta-
not just shit.
Yeah.
Like some extracurricular.
And I know, and I know that I hold sex special to me. That might make me like conservative or something, but so if I'm gonna spread these things and bless you because it's a blessing, it's definitely.
She says it's a blessing.
It's got to be something that is worth it.
I like it. That's it. Well,
But y'all niggas be down for on the first night. Shit.
Hell yeah.
man.
Y'all be wrapping it up though on the first time, right? Because I know niggas just be getting selfish and excited and just be falling and Georgia is
Still wrong.
With these abortion laws, ain't no more fucking on the first night.
Who?
Shit, that's why they make condoms. I gotta agree. I don't know about these niggas, but I use condoms. I don't think about just baby. I think about
everything else.
I was gonna say, baby probably the least of your worries.
Yeah, that's the best possible outcome. But all that other shit, hell no.
Yeah. In my mind, I just have this horror story just emblazoned in my mind.
What happened? Talk to her.
Well, I don't know these people personally. Somebody that I used to deal with, his coworker, he worked at a warehouse, and he had like back of the house guys and front of the house girls, whatever. And so it was this guy back of the house, who was working in the warehouse, attractive, physically fit. He was definitely like getting a lot of girls, right? And then it was this young girl that just graduated in like May, came to work in like August. In between, she's like, I'm not gonna be here for long. Going back to get my master's, gonna find a job in my field, but I just need a little money in between time. She ended up fucking with the guy in the back of the house.
What happened, Queen?
She ended up getting pregnant. And she got chlamydia, she got herpes, she got syphilis, she got gonorrhea, and she got the golden ticket.
HIV.
She got HIV and a baby from this man.
Yeah, all of that. He should have been.
And
that nigga was burning his.
And then he had the nerve to be like, something got to be from her. This girl, fresh from college, she had only dated her high school sweetheart up until like her junior year of college, and she had like one little fling in her last year. I told you she had just walked across that stage.
But honestly, I hate to interrupt. With all due respect, for the nigga to give her all of that, he didn't feel nothing.
And that was the whole.
He just going through life like, shit. Like what?
Right. Now you know this because we both have had children. You get checked. When you pregnant, they be all up inside of you and all around you.
Right.
So she was having like back pain. Because when that stuff get in you, like it's a crevice, it's a cave. It gets everywhere. Like she had some inflamed, stuff going on in her back, and that's how she found out that she had a litany of everything else, including that golden ticket that she can't get rid of. And now, and a baby.
And you gotta hope the baby don't even got it.
It's gone.
Right.
You know what's something that happened? When it happened, I really, really, really wanted to talk to y'all because I wanted to get a lady's perspective on it.
Okay.
Will Smith and Chris Rock shit.
What'd you say?
Will Smith and Chris Rock. When that shit happened, I want to ask y'all. Yeah, I want to talk about that. You Jada, like as a woman, like what the fuck? Okay, well, speak to me from Jada's point of view.
I can't because Jada girl,
What the fuck happened?
Will Smith should have been let her go.
Okay, so she just gassed him up. So that's how you feel about it.
I love Will Smith. I stand Will Smith. Shout out to my West Philly brothers. Winfield, stand up. And I be trying to stay down with my sisters, but Jada is problematic on so many different levels.
Yeah.
And that aside, you definitely have to take some like self-autonomy, like accountability, responsibility for your own self, your own actions, etc. Right? And I don't think that he should have been like reprimanded as widely as he was. I definitely feel like the instance that it was bigger than the joke because y'all know Will Smith. He prior to March he had a perfect, crystal clear career. You know that he is the highest paid, like his movies gross the highest in Hollywood. That's black and white Hollywood. Tom Cruise ain't even hitting Will Smith numbers. Y'all remember when we was growing up, Big Willie Weekend?
Was. Yeah.
Like that's because nobody in the box office did numbers like Will Smith movies did. Period. To this day. Okay, he's had a perfectly clean record. He is you never catch him slipping. He ain't got no drug issues. He ain't been no, blatantly outwardly drunk. He never beat his wife. He ain't, whatever they say about the open relationship thing. He's never like outwardly embarrassed his partner. That's a deal breaker.
Right.
And so the past couple of years, he's taken a whole lot of shit, a whole lot of heat, that whole entanglement and stuff. He ain't had no comment. Okay, which I'm invested in the media, not just black media, but I know that throughout the award show stuff, he had also been taking. He had also been taking like heat. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got their breaking point, and his breaking point happened in front of everybody watching. When really that could have been a situation. If he was gonna haul off and slap him, let that happen inside. Like keep that within the family. You know what I'm saying? We can't be showing our hand in front of white folks, not because we are worried about what they're gonna say, but we just have too many other things that we need to get for ourselves. And I just can't. Will Smith and Jada's marriage is a whole other conversation because that specifically was like a culmination of aggression and things that he's been holding back by himself. Hate that he had to do it to Chris Rock. I don't got no problems with Chris Rock. And I really don't have no problems for him, doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just the way he did it and where he did it. And then the response of that from his partner, like, that's the deal breaker for me. After the slap, it would have been like, girl, hey, we gonna have to split because I can't take this type of ridicule and humiliation that's tarnishing my image. And this image, this golden image, you've benefited from this shit. But you got to go, baby. You got to go.
When the last time you seen Jada on the video?
Jay don't do shit. This shit. The red
Girls
table talk is
trip,
what
and
she
they
do.
about to have a girls trip too. Other than that, that's it. But she has the red table talk, and she sat her ass at the table and said that she hopes that these two men can work it out.
And I hope that
She didn't take any accountability for
That's
the
the
shit
problem.
that she did. But honestly, it's just like it's just honestly, I don't think Will Smith was wrong.
What, for slapping Chris Rock?
No.
Why?
Because, like she said, he has been tried for the past year and a half about that entanglement shit.
That's what I told
It's her
her.
fucking fault, though.
It's her fault. It's Jada's fault. Yes, I'm definitely acknowledging that. Was Will Smith wrong for slapping Chris Rock? Absolutely not.
I think so.
Should he have done it? Should he have done it at the time that he did?
Right.
Absolutely
It's
not.
the time and place. But
Had backstage footage came out and said Will Smith caught Chris Rock backstage and slapped the shit out of him, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
That's right.
But it's the fact that he did it on an open stage that makes it such a big deal.
yeah, I told her, I said it was.
It's
the time and the place.
Everything that he was dealing with.
Yeah.
And I think just in the heat of the moment.
It's like, let me handle this shit. But she should have taken accountability or something.
So,
Right.
but
Just
you,
like-
so you telling me you wouldn't have did that same shit?
Fuck no. If I was
So
Will Smith,
we
no.
don't know what we
This
would
bitch
do in
just
a certain
embarrassed me
situation.
6 months ago and told the world that she was fucking another nigga in my house. Why am I going up there to slap a man for her?
And even
You the dumbass. What
and
was you talking
even
about?
okay,
Like,
we
what?
saw the look that she gave him, right?
Bro, she was
But
laughing.
look,
I don't
but look,
understand that
when
shit.
he got up, baby, not here, not here.
You cool. You man enough to sit at the table
Yeah.
and
Why would
tell
you
the
do
world that she was fucking another man in
And
your
have an
house.
open marriage though.
But he made an alopecia joke, and you felt like that was crossing the line.
But
You
it
a
wasn't.
bitch.
But it wasn't
You a
just the
bitch.
alopecia
You
joke.
fucking no,
Will Smith
bro.
is a bitch.
Will Smith ain't no bitch. Mike Lowry ain't no bitch. West Philly ain't no bitch. Hold up.
That's some hoe
Will
shit.
Smith
That was
is
no
not.
shit.
Will Smith ain't no bitch.
If that was Will Ferrell, his ass would have stayed in that fucking seat. If it was Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, he wouldn't have made a move. I
Why we
promise
gotta
you.
compare him to another white man?
Exactly.
It's
Because
anything.
this ain't that
I'm
business.
saying Chris
We
Rock
don't
was white.
really give a fuck
If
what
that
the
was
white
Chris
people
Rock,
would've did.
if Chris Rock was Will Ferrell,
Mike Lowry ain't no
Will
bitch.
Smith would have made a fucking move. He wouldn't have said shit. It would have been nothing backstage. It would have been nothing that night. And
Because
this shit-
Chris
wow.
Rock is a true comedian. He's gonna make jokes about it, and we're gonna hear about this shit until
He didn't even write that
2045.
And
Okay,
shit, what was?
we're gonna hear about
Chris
this
Rock
shit
didn't even write that
forever
joke.
because of Chris Rock. But at the end of the day, Will Smith was not. He was wrong for the stage that he did it at. but he was not wrong for what he did. Because he has been at the butt end of all of the jokes for a year and a half.
So what would you do?
With all due
respect,
That's the thing.
with all due respect, I'm gonna flip the scenario, right? All right. And I don't know what your deal breaker is or what would be your pressure point.
Yeah.
But you've been taking smoke.
Okay.
And I can tell just by the way you're looking at me, you ain't about to be taking nobody's smoke, period. But you've been taking that smoke, right? In public eye. So you finally got to the pinnacle of it all, and fuck it, these niggas got me fucked up, and today is the day.
I agree. But what I'm not gonna forget is that the reason that I'm taking all this smoke is because of me. It's my fault. I went and sat my ass at that table and let her tell the world she was fucking another man in my house. So if niggas gonna make jokes about it and clown me, so be it. Unfortunately.
I can't.
But you know what? Honestly, and this can get deep, and I know we short on time. But Chris Rock has not. Chris Rock. That's like the first joke Chris Rock made against Will Smith and Jada. He's been making jokes and saying slick shit about them. So if you got a nigga that's saying slick shit about you all the time, and you letting it slide, and you letting it slide, and you letting it slide, and it's the last straw, you gonna slap the shit out of them.
I just don't get it. The alopecia joke push him over the hedge, but not the Tupac jokes. Like what?
Oh, the Tupac was tough.
That shit.
Like,
that's what
but
pushes
my thing is, do you not think that the Tupac shit's probably hurt him?
I mean, hell yeah, because
He
you
might
know
have not
what?
said nothing,
But you know what? Jada ass need to stop posting them fucking letters and memorabilia from that nigga if she's in a whole relationship with him.
It's too much sympathy.
That's too much.
It's a grown ass man,
Will
He do this
it's
shit
time
to
for you to
himself.
cut Jada.
Bro, like what?
It's time for you to cut that one.
Exactly.
That's really it.
That's his fault.
I want to see.
It's her.
I want to see my Uncle Will because I feel like he my uncle.
His kid's grown.
I feel like I want to see
kids
him
are
win.
weird.
It's fucked. You see your mother?
They're weird.
His kids are eccentric.
Eccentric.
I think
That's
his
weird.
The proper way.
I think his kids are eccentric. I think his kids march to the beat of their own drum. But Willow, I'm definitely side-eyeing you for talking about you wish your daddy was Tupac and said, you're named after your dad. Your name is Willow.
Hold on, what? She said what?
You didn't hear that?
She said what?
After she was talking about how she wishes that her mom, had the love that she wanted, and she wished that basically like Tupac would have been her father. You're named after your daddy.
I feel bad for this nigga, bro. Stop that bullshit. Stop defending.
I want Will to be.
Stop.
I want Will to be emancipated.
No,
I want better for him.
We don't want better for Will Smith too. You want better for yourself, nigga.
And I feel like he does.
No, bro.
I feel like it's some West Philly inside. It's some West Philly that's still inside. You just ready to slap him.
You going man? Will all that damn money? Do something, Will.
I mean, but not everybody. If they are allegedly getting divorced, like that's gonna be ugly. Who's taking what?
He ain't going nowhere.
You know what?
He ain't going nowhere.
They can definitely get a divorce, and he could break even because, again, like I just said, the facts that I just gave you, he got it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to do it like that, then you leave with what you came with, and you leave with that. What you're gonna leave with, Jada, is that recurring check from a different world. Them checks from Hawthorne.
Yes. That shit ain't gonna last.
Your failed slot cap on the movie. Your shit from what's the movie? What movie she was in when she was young and it was funny.
Set It Off?
Oh yeah, she can take her credits from Set It Off.
That's it. She gonna get $5,000 for the 2 minutes she was in Scream 2. All that.
I mean, I'm not discrediting. I love Jada. She's definitely a staple in our culture as far as like black media, film, TV representation, all that. Well, you gotta cut your losses because that's a deal breaker.
Exactly.
And a king don't need to be deserved to be treated like that. And then Jada, you can go find Tupac because he's still alive.
Oh my God.
I swear the pictures be clear as shit now. Don't know when they drop on them.
So real quick, because we pressed on time, what's next for Nightmare?
Episode 100.
Yeah, it's going up. We got some good stuff coming down the drain.
Okay.
Pretty soon you'll be able to watch Nightmare Radio Show not only on YouTube and stream it on your other platforms, but you'll be able to watch Nightmare Radio Show on another different platform too. That's still in the works, but it's pretty big, so we're excited about that. Episode 100 coming up. Fall's coming up. We do a lot of things. We're more than just a podcast. We are truly embedded in our community. We some Eastside girls. We love it. So, it's an important year, election year in the state of Georgia, and then, we like to get our philanthropy on in the community and provide, wherever the need is at. So,
Man, we never get enough time to talk to you. I swear, we never do. Once we get it going. So,
You trying to be with y'all like this shit male podcast looking bad right
Yeah, y'all need to saying whatever the fuck y'all want to say. But I fuck with it.
I like with all the
y'all.
respect,
With all
though.
the respect, I fuck with y'all platform. Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing the damn thing.
I appreciate y'all coming back, bro. That's for real, man. For real.
Definitely gotta do it again.
Yeah, it's definitely. This won't be the last time. I'm saying, y'all tell them where they can find you on socials, everything.
You can find us everywhere on, first of all, let's start with YouTube. You can find us on YouTube at Nightmare Radio Show. You can find us on all podcast platforms except for Spotify at Nightmare. They some haters. You can find us on all podcast platforms at Nightmare Radio. You can find us on Instagram, Nightmare Radio Show, Twitter, Nightmare Radio 1, TikTok, Nightmare Radio Show without the W. And yeah, follow me, Ish the Exec, and follow me on Twitter at ifuckswithish, FUXWITEESH.
And you can follow me at Brittany Kristen. But I spell it differently. No Y's in here. BRITTANIKRYSTIN on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter it's BK_Hager with 2 Y's.
That's it.
Okay.
Kyle, how you feeling, man?
I'm good.
I'm good. Damn, man. I like this
one right here.
I'm telling you, man. We're gonna do a part 3. We got to.
Got to.
Got to. Kyle, you good though? All hearts and minds clear?
Actually, no.
Uh-oh.
Visit eShopandDropStore.com
Get it.
to purchase your Nightmare Radio Show merch. Use
Yes.
code CHECK-IN for $20 off of your purchase of 2 items. And shout out to Her Wine. You can visit herwines.com. Use code Don't Sleep for 15% off of your purchase.
And get these tickets right now.
Yes, to our Wind Down Wednesday midweek conversation. Even if you're hearing this after the last event, you can definitely catch the next one. We do it on the last Wednesday of every month. We always have a much meaningful discussion. So just follow us, Nightmare Radio Show, on all platforms. You can get everything.
Yes.
But we just had to do that.
Yeah,
Good.
We gotta pay some bills on y'all platform.
Right.
Cool with it.
That's
Cool with
it.
it.
That's it.
This is with all due respect.
That's it, man.
I'm glad y'all kind of took away that professional bullshit.
Were we unprofessional enough for you?
Yeah, y'all did the thing. I'm telling you.
It might be a little wilder, we don't got kids and a little bit more drink.
It's
Yeah.
all good, see.
No more liquid courage for me, and no more relationship questions.
No more?
So much. No,
You
I'm
have
done.
to put that in the
No.
notes.
No more relationship questions. For me.
I'll take the relationship question.
All right, great.
Hey, yo, food for thought, folks, man. Well, try to stay happy out there. Try to stay safe. We in crazy times. Suge, man. It's your boy, Father Kai.
Keep that steel on you too, man.
Stay dangerous. Man, stay, man. With all due respect. Have a good.